وصحبه أجمعين اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا. Salat al-Isha is very late now, subhanallah, and this is the longest day of the period that the day is the longest in the year for the coming maybe month or so, inshallah. After that, end of July, things will start. The days will get shorter and the night will get longer. So that's why we shortened the amount of recitation and each just to make it easier for people, because we want most people to show up, inshallah, for Salat al-Isha. A lot of people are actually doing Maghrib and they sleep and they wake up. If you need to wake up early in the morning, they wake up before Salat al-Fajr and they pray Isha, which is fine. It's just because it's very late, almost 11 o'clock. And so Jazakumullah khair for actually being here. Inshallah, al-ajr ala qadr al-mashaqqa, you get more reward but we try also, from our standpoint, we try to make it easier for people to show up. So the recitation will be faster and shorter, inshallah, so to not take too much of your time, so we go home, inshallah, and get some rest. So Jazakumullah khair for being, and thank you for understanding. Also, after we do adhan, we'll pray really, for 2 minutes, really quick, 2 raka'at, and then we'll do iqamah right away, just to make it easier for other people. Jazakumullah khair. يروي الإمام البخاري في صحيحه بسند صحيح عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه وأرضاه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم انصرف من اثنتين. Today's hadith is also a مسألة فقهية, a little piece of information on fiqh, on something that scholars differ on and how to deal with this aspect. This is a short hadith, inshallah. أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم انصرف من اثنتين فقال ذو اليدين قصرت الصلاة يا رسول الله أم نسيته. So the Prophet ﷺ was praying either Dhuhr or Asr or Isha, one of these four rak'at. And at the end of 2, he did salam, he ended the prayer. So one of the Sahaba, his name is Dhul Yadayn. And Dhul Yadayn means the person who has long arms or something like that. It's a nickname for him, and we'll talk about this. That's not his name, that's his nickname. That's what he was called. He said, he made a comment. He said, Ya Rasulullah, is this a new thing? Did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shorten the prayer? Now we're doing 2 instead of 4, or did you forget? What happened there? فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أصدق ذو اليدين. So the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام turned to the other companions. He said, is he right? Did I only pray 2? فقال الناس نعم. And they said, yes, you did actually. فقام رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فصلى ركعتين أخريين. So the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام stood up and do 2 more to make up for the 2 rak'at that he didn't pray. ثم سلم, and then he did salam like we just did. ثم كبر ثم سجد مثل سجوده أو أطول. ثم رفع ثم سجد ثم كبر فسجد مثل سجوده ثم رفع. And then after he did salam, he did sajdat, the sajdat al-sahu, the sajdat, when you make an error, the prostration for error. But he did it after salam. He did 2 sajdat, and that's it, he ended. So there's a few things to learn from this hadith. Number one, the Prophet ﷺ listened to one of his companions. Number one, scholars say that the Prophet ﷺ did not make an error. It's not like the distraction that you and I have in salah. Right? When you say Allahu Akbar, every single problem in your life comes to your attention. Now you're thinking about everything. You and I have that. And you're lucky if you have some sort of focus in your salah, and you're lucky to go, subhanAllah, today I really didn't wander, right? The Prophet ﷺ, his mind doesn't wander. But one of the first explanation why this happened is to teach us what to do in a situation like that. And at the end of the day, the Prophet is a human being. So that could happen potentially with any human being. And that happened multiple times. To teach us what to do in this situation. So number one. Number two, Dhul Yadayn, it's okay to use a nickname for someone as long as it's something that's accepted and it's not insulting. It's okay to have a nickname. But the person who is receiving the nickname should not hate it. If they don't like it, you're not allowed to use it. That's not, you can call someone by a certain nickname, especially if it's beautiful. That's okay, they probably will like it. But if something you think they don't like it, then you can't. And this gentleman was always called Dhul Yadayn because he had longer arms or something like that. It's a physical description, and even the Prophet used that. It's obviously he was fine with that. So that's the second thing. Now, you probably, I don't know if you probably have seen people when they do, we haven't had this here in this masjid, but it had happened a couple of times. When people make an error in their salah, and this is not a lecture on when to do sajda sahu. You learn that in fiqh. You attend the classes of fiqh and you learn all about it. This is not for, but you've seen it done before taslim, right? Like before they do taslim. But this hadith says after taslim, right? So scholars have different ways to do it. There's more than one way to do it. Either you do it before taslim, and this is the madhab al-Shafi'i, this is what they do before taslim. They do sajdatain, and then they do taslim, and they're done. This hadith, al-madhab al-Hanafi, the Hanafi madhab, they say, oh, the Prophet did it after, so that's how we do it. Maliki, they do it differently. There's all sorts of ways to do it. And you learn that in Kutub al-Fiqh. Each scholar has their own reasoning. When you listen to it, you said, yes, that makes total sense. And you listen to the other scholar and it says, you would think, yeah, that makes even more sense. And this is not by neglect. This is by design. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us sa'a, a wide range of ways to do the same thing. Because we are a very diverse ummah, and it's not a monolith. We're not a monolith ummah. We're not all the same 100%. Everyone does it differently. So this diversity, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is by intention, there's diversity in everything. Even in salah, in certain ways, there's diversity. Now, you might say, okay, what do I do? As long as you follow in your salah at home, as long as you follow whatever your madhab is, you follow it, that's it. That's your way to do it. As long as you're following someone, you're not just making it up. But here, when you're in any masjid, when you are being led, then the way you do it is the imams. That's it. You don't follow your own madhab, because unity trumps the diversity that we have, right? The unity that we all pray in the same. The minute you follow any imam, then you're praying according to his madhab. That's it, and that works. That's fine. That's how it's done. So if you go to a masjid and you see the imam does it differently, then there's actually a wide range of ways to do it. Actually, each madhab, each scholar, they do it differently. Why? Because there's multiple hadith and multiple evidence. Each one has its own merit, and each one teaches something different. Now, this is just a little pre-taste of what fiqh is and how it's diverse. It opens up your horizons. It makes you more tolerant to different opinions, actually. When you learn these differences, you go, well, okay, that makes sense. Now I understand why there's differences. But if you're oblivious about it, you would be shocked. Well, I've been praying in this masjid for 25 years and they never did it this way. Sure, yeah, because they did it in one way. Other masajid might do it differently. So I hope this was beneficial. يروي الإمام البخاري في صحيح بسند الصحيح عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه وأرضاه قال إن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم انصرف من اثنتين فقال ذو اليدين أقصرت الصلاة يا رسول الله أم نسيت؟ فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أصدق ذو اليدين؟ فقال الناس نعم. فقام رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فصلى ركعتين أخرين ثم سلم ثم كبر ثم سجد مثل سجوده أو أطول ثم رفع ثم فسجد مثل سجوده ثم رفع. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.